Yeah, we up in this.
Here. Maine. Okay.
I'm sorry, what is your name?
My name is David Conway.
Hi, David.
And your name?
My name's Gatewood Galbraith, David. I appreciate you wanting to aim that thing at me here.
Yeah. I'd like to know what you have to say, what you're doing here, and maybe where it all started.
Well, David, you asked me for 5 minutes, buddy. I've been at it 20 years.
Maybe, as my history teacher said, in a nutshell.
Well, in a nutshell, 20 years ago, when I was 24 years old, a young man.
In where?
In Kentucky. I decided I was going to go to college, become an attorney, and run for governor, become governor, and change the marijuana laws and lift Kentucky out of poverty and despair. So, lo and behold, here I am 20 years later. I've been to college, I've become an attorney, I've practiced law, and I'm running for governor right now and have 37 days to go in my primary. I'm showing up second and third in all the major polls, and I've spent more than a fraction of what my opponents had proposed.
And this is still Kentucky?
This is in Kentucky, that's correct. We're doing all this under a states' rights auspice. I'm working within the system. I'm in the Democratic Party, and I've got 4 opponents in this race, and I'm going to win this. I need plurality to win it. 37 days to the election. I need 250,000 votes to win it. I need...
How many do you think you have now? Any idea?
I think I have somewhere between 200,000 and 300,000. Willie Nelson came in, did a benefit concert for me. He called me up and said he liked what I stood for, and he came in and did a benefit concert for me. God bless you, brother. Wherever you are, God bless you. And the revolution is going to start in Kentucky. We're first in teenage pregnancy. We're first in literacy. We have the lowest life expectancy of any state in the union. There is nobody doing us any favors. We were the world's largest producer of hemp for over 100 years. People say, Galbraith, you're a visionary. I say, no, I'm a historian. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put the Kentucky farmer back into competition with the synthetic manufacturers in the field of fiber, medicine, and fuel, by allowing our farmers to raise hemp as a cash crop, both from a methanol standpoint and from a medicinal recreational standpoint. And we're going to start it in Kentucky, and we're going to solve our problems in Kentucky. I'm not here to put Band-Aid on it. I'm here to solve it.
Great, great. Now maybe we can go back to, what, 23 years ago?
20.
20 years ago. Okay, you were what there?
I was 24 years old, a milkman.
And what?
A milkman.
A milkman?
Yeah. No,
Oh.
I was unmanageable. I was unmanageable in high school. I had to go extra half year to graduate from high school.
You got to go to summer school?
Yeah.
Graduated in August?
Yeah.
Of what year?
1965.
Ah, I flunked. I graduated in 66.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. First one in my school's history to get a 0 on his report card in 8th grade. Just really kicked him.
Well, from grades 9 through 12, I was pretty unmanageable.
Oh.
I decided to work within the system.
Now wait, high school, and when did you first smoke? High school?
Oh no. I first smoked, I guess when I was about 21.
Aha.
A friend of mine come back from being an airplane mechanic in Thailand. He brought back 6 grocery bags full of weed, Thai weed. He called me up at my work and said, Gatewood, come over. I want to show you something. So I went over there. He had this grocery bag, and he said, I'd like you to smoke this. And I said, oh, Ted, that stuff's dangerous. He said, no, you don't worry about Gatewood, trust me. I said, okay. So he later became a doctor, so it was good sense trusting him. He took a razor and he chopped it up. And he said, get me an aspirin. So we got an aspirin. We chopped it up along with the marijuana. He said, it keeps us from getting a headache after we smoke it. And so we knocked tobacco out of a Pell-Mell cigarette and hacked tobacco out and put it in there and smoked it. I was stoned for 3 days, laid on the couch for 3 days, rubbing my feet up and down, feeling the texture of that couch. First time I'd ever discovered third dimensionality, and to go from 2 to 4 so quick was almost overwhelming.
Now, did that immediately change your perception? Did you feel that up until that time you had been deceived?
I felt that I had been placed on a pace of life based on such transitory values and such arbitrary and false accelerants as motivation for that pace of life. I had missed out on spirituality. I had missed out on what Mother Earth had to offer as far as the third dimension went. I had missed out on the sensations my body produced. I'd missed out on the inflammation of my brain, which causes me to have thoughts I would never had I stuck where I was. And it released me as an addictive personality from alcohol, which I was well on the road to become.
Aha. Now, has that since been given up and taken care of?
I drank in 14 years.
Oh, okay, great. But can you drink? I mean, can you take a sip or two here and
I
there?
could have wanted to.
Yeah.
It doesn't even appeal to me. I mean, I've smelled it, and the smell was so overwhelmingly antithetical to where good weed takes me that I wouldn't want it. It destroys my high.
Great. Now, you went from a milk. Well, let's see. There's time between college graduation in '65 and then a milkman in '24.
Right. That's right. I went Marines in I messed around a couple odd jobs. Went to Marines in 1966. I was ready to go halfway around the world and kill men, women, and children at the behest of a government whose policy I still can't enunciate. And I was going to John Wayne it. I'd either kill them or they'd kill me. But to save my life, I had an attack of bronchitis in the Marines in 1966, 3 days before I got off Paris Island.
So you went to Paris Island?
Out of the service, that's right.
Oh, medical discharge.
Medical discharge.
Aha. Well, so that took you to age what now?
To age 19. I came back and managed a pizza restaurant. Enrolled in school perhaps a half dozen times, never earned credit. Hitchhiked around the country in 1969, 1970.
Oh, now did you make it to Woodstock?
No, didn't make it to Woodstock. Made it to Atlanta Pop Festival shortly thereafter. Made it
before.
That
was before.
Was it before?
Yeah, I was there. Chicago came down. It was at the Speedway there?
No, it wasn't at Speedway. This was over in the forest. This was over off the farm.
Oh,
This
okay.
is after.
Oh, okay.
But spent 11 months hitchhiking around the country in 69 and 70. Spent some time down here in Berkeley. Lived there for 5 months with a lovely young lady. Did migrant farm labor up at Chico, California. Went hitchhiked coast to coast 8 times and border to border 5 times.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Oh, incredible.
And went back to Lexington and got a job as a horse farm milkman. When I was a milkman inside.
So is the stories, are they true about Milkman and the little housewife that's hasn't changed out of her?
To find out.
Oh, yeah.
I'm on a mission from God. I just didn't understand what direction it was taking me for a long time. Being a milkman, you still work just as hard as being a milkman as you do it.
And then was it on the job, or when was it? What happened then the 24, when you were 24?
Well,
You were driving along, or what?
oh no. I was out in the streets with a brick in my hand.
You were what?
I was out in the streets with a brick in my hand.
Okay. Doing what, anti-demonstration?
Well, demonstrations, that's right. I was one of the leaders of the student demonstrations at the state of Kentucky, University of Kentucky.
And you were attending there at the time? Or?
Kentucky, well, I wasn't a student.
Oh, okay.
No, I was still a milkman.
Okay.
And somebody burned the ROTC building, and the National Guard was called in, and it was the only other state, only other university besides Kent State and Jackson State where they were called in with live ammunition in their chambers. And there was 500 of them. So I was out in the streets leading the brigade up against about 5,000 students. I looked over and said, I could turn into Superman, go over and kick all 500 asses over there, those people with those weapons, and it wouldn't change a damn thing. And I said, I'm a pawn in this system. I'm a powerless individual in this system. I don't know how the system works. They could come and take me away right now. And my scream would be futile, and my voice would be powerless and very weak. I said, if I'm going to change the system, I got to learn how the system works, what makes it work, how it's run, and how to take power. So I decided at that point I was going to go to college, become an attorney, run, win the government, change marijuana laws in the state of Kentucky, and that was 20 years ago.
And that all happened? You went to college, became
at this point, yes.
And what type of an attorney?
Criminal defense and personal injury and domestic relations.
Okay. And you had that were you with yourself or another firm? Or?
Oh, no, I've done, nobody can work with me. By myself, and I'm a kick-ass attorney.
Great.
I mean, I win big cases. And
do you have one that kind of sticks out in your profession, career?
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
Any particular one that sticks out?
Yeah, a case down in Illinois where my client was facing 10 to life. There'd been a big marijuana ring broken up, and the first 46 defendants had either been found guilty or pled guilty. And the top 7 ringleaders were given life without parole. And my man was 47th in line. They had a lot of others after him. So my man said he wasn't going to plead anything. They're going to have to try him. We went down to Illinois, and over a 7-day period, the prosecution put on 11 eyewitnesses who said they had delivered loads between 50 and 500 pounds to this man's front door. And then one of them testified that they'd given my man $200,000 to hold for him. And then the prosecution brought on 3 other people who said that they had seen this man give my man $200,000. That took 7 days for them to do that. My man got on the stand, denied it over a 2-hour period of time. The jury was out in 3 hours and found him not guilty.
Oh, great.
That case sticks out in my mind.
Yeah, I guess. Oh, terrific. And what would you like to tell the people of Kentucky if they happen to be watching this before election
I
day?
tell people, everybody, we live in a police state. I'm not going to put up with it. I'm not going to be a second-class criminal or a second-class citizen or a criminal because I insist on getting my food, fuel, fiber, and medicine from the natural cycle of things. I'm not going to be made into a clone where I've got to deal with the synthetic monopolies in pharmacies, in fuel, or in fiber, or in food. Get over it. It's a totally artificial society. I prefer to get a lot of that stuff in the natural cycle of things. We're going to set it up politically for everybody in the United States and all over the globe where they can get those kinds of things in the natural cycle of things. Don't let go of it, folks. That's
Very
what I
good.
want to say.
And we're going to vote for governor of Kentucky.
You got it.
Great.
Thanks.
Yeah, thank you.